prac like 3 days. Surely that's enough. We made it to the finals last time we did this. Why not again? Isn't that the dream? Just rocking up to LAN and owning everybody? I think Let Her Cook might just be doing that, Cook, and might just be throwing some extra spice into the stew pot. But Big are going to be trying to tame their fire, trying to keep things on schedule here at ESL Impact Finals. One more team into the playoffs. Take it away, Brandon and Lucy.
Mike, I do not want whatever you are cooking. Those are some crazy takes over on the desk there. The bigger keeper belief was so tempered. This team is a super team. This team is going to make this look easy. This is a 2-0 emphatically. I'll be surprised if Let Her Cook gets to double digits.
All right. You're the biggest Big advocate. This veto is so good for Let Her Cook, though.
Doesn't matter.
If you could have picked any maps for Let Her Cook to play on, you'd pick Ancient, and then you'd pick D2. So we'll see how it transpires, but Hanka is making mincemeat currently off the chefs in Donut. Jonana will trade 2v3. And this feels pretty good for Big, because not only have you got to get the bomb, if you're Jonana, you've also got to somehow get by all of these players, take it towards A. It's tough, it's tricky, and that's a new Glock that still needs a reload.
Yeah, what's Cheniara up to? She can maybe help out. There's a flashbang as well. Is that just going to be used to cross? Yeah, not going to happen. And he does arrive, but it's a little too late. That bomb is just so awkward where it's dropped. Oh, Gush comes through, but answered back in kind. Matter of time. 2 HP, 1v3. Do not think so. Listen, I think the veto conversation is valid in a best of 1, but in a best of 3, I think it's a completely different scenario. Big are warmed up. We saw them earlier. You have time, you can't get upset by losing 2 pistol rounds and it's all over. There's a reason no one likes best of 1s, not here, not in the major, not anywhere. In the best of 3s, this is where the true, solid super teams are doing their best work, and Big Keeper is one of those.
Jeez, it's been like 1 minute. And
Bro, I've not cast them yet. I've been wanting to glaze them so much, and I've not had a chance to even cast them. But, Brandon, these are 2 teams we've cast a lot, but never against each other.
No, they played against each other once, and it was, what, last year?
Completely different rosters, really.
Exactly. Yeah, Astra was on Zorans.
Actually, no, I think it was the international Na'Vi. But regardless, it was a different Let Her Cook. Maybe some core pieces similar.
Oh, yeah, because it was ESL Impact Season 6, and it was that crazy Inferno, where Let Her Cook were up a number of rounds, and then Na'Vi just came back into it. I remember.
That was the Na'Vi that never lost Inferno.
Yes.
Let Her Cook don't want to go there.
Just ban it instantly.
Yeah, Big have shown that Inferno, you do not beat them on that map right now. A shot from Zia. Hanka will slide through. Would love to see her have a great series here. I think, even though it was a dominant win over FlyQuest Red earlier, Hanka, not really necessary in that success, and I think she also had a slow day 1.
I was going to say, I think Hanka's actually been uncharacteristically quiet in this LAN final so far, and obviously she's not only been here at ESL Impacts as a player, she was also here as talent, and you could see the fire, honestly, in her eyes about how much that she missed playing at ESL Impact, and she definitely wants to make the most of this opportunity now here in Stockholm.
She started strong with a pistol double and triple in that round. That's just against the eco. Now we have the rifles out. Now Astra will be very aware of the playstyle that comes out here.
I mean, she called it all.
Exactly. Brianna mentioned that the core Let Her Cook identity remains the same. Melly and her, the deliverers of it, and Melly delivering a kill back to bring it to 4-on-4. And Jonana has walked out onto Temple.
Run off.
Scale. Astra deals with middle, a 1-for-1. Kiosa gets that trade, and a player advantage for a moment. Kiosa ready for that, just about. They've Spike in a difficult 1v3.
Yeah, it's not happening. I mean, maybe there's a world you can cross over towards Cave to get the bomb down, but M-San's already here on an off angle. Kiosa's rotated over towards B as well, despite being low. There is a pathway if you hit some instant headshots, but M-San just denies it immediately. I know Freddie and Sam have already spoken about this, but it's worth mentioning very early in this best of 3. The only Swede left in the competition belongs to Bigger Keeper.
There'll be some mixed loyalties if it ends up being a Bigger Keeper victory here and we get the Bigger Keeper NIP semi-final. MSAN, the local sweep, but NIP, the local team. Let's not get ahead of ourselves, as much as I've already kind of
done that.
done that.
You say Leathercook won't get double digits in the series? Is that what you said?
You know, sure, why not? I meant like in a map, but
Okay.
I'll say in the series, sure.
That's crazy.
It's not crazy. It's ball. You keep it, know it. It's bait, Astra. Kios is spamming off everything, hoping that they walk into Astra. Ooh, careful now, Zia is shown already. Deagle's a little bit mean. They don't need to budge from these positions. They've got all the info. All the spots covered. They'll know if someone walks out middle. Chelsea might force their hand.
Good clear, but there's that swing. Kiosa can instantly just help out Astra. I like that Kiosa's moved forward here on towards the site. Can now take the contact off the long player. It's just really good fundamentals here from Big EQUIPA. Not losing a single player. That might change with Jenny. No,
I'm glad
it
to
doesn't.
see this because it was not like this with Sakura. That Mirage.
Or
was
FlyQuest, really.
Well, yeah, but no, that's not as important there. But the game against Sakura was a travesty for them. So many like silly mistakes that we saw as they started cold in this tournament, which forced them into this lower bracket. It's so funny kind of going into this event. I thought, okay, yeah, we'll get Big EQUIPA, FlyQuest Red in the playoffs. It'll be a really cool kind of bracket. But it might even end up being the opposite.
First true gun round here for Leathercook, and Zia's got the AWP. It feels like at times on this team, Zia is 1v9. Mac was mentioning on the desk earlier that Zia was getting a little bit frustrated. Nice shot out of Kiosa, just goes searching yet again with Astra. Instant boost up on towards Cave. We've also got this lurk out of A main. MSAN's got all of this room. They know exactly where Leathercook are going to be. The walls are already closing in. Jenny comes back to address it, but MSAN doubles down basically. Zia's now put under a lot of pressure, and the Scarpers towards mid.
You don't re-peek that. The bomb's by itself on ramp.
This is weird.
Yeah, Melly's been spotted, but she has to fight forward because, yeah, needs to find that space, and oh, the spray just doesn't connect. Spike gets punished, and Zia now known. Sure, 1 kill, but as mentioned, Zia by the desk, often in these positions where she is left alone, and this will be one of them, and the least desirable. I am excited for this Zia VQ head-to-head because Zia, you know, had such a phenomenal season. One of the highest rated players in Europe. But VQ ramped up today, unplayable on Dust 2.
Just really like the tempo of these rounds out of Big. It's a double swing out of Astra Kiosa in Cave at the same time. MSAN, as soon as that contact's been taken, that's where she starts accelerating. It just makes it impossible for Leathercook to do anything in these rounds, and it forces them to make a decision that they don't want to make. Or at least on a timing that they're not happy with. Capybara? Freddie would like that.
Capybara with a little, like, what, pushing cat footy? I like it.
Something like that.
Pink elephant.
That's the elephant walk again.
Mac's been elephant walking a lot lately.
Yeah, he has. He's talking about it all the time.
Yeah, him and Mike.
"5-0" forced by in, despite not getting the bomb down. I mean, you've got the loss bonus, but that just delays Zia's AWP. Fast one in towards A, perhaps.
Double donut setup, though. Could just be the complete counter to this.
It's a really good counter.
Great util as well. Jenny R doesn't even get to start the round healthy. They've contested mid without even needing to contest mid. However, they might miss this timing. They're going to be clearing middle as a hit comes through, so this space will be gathered. Can MSAN do anything? Spotted. She's in trouble. They're running at her. She has the support on its way, but the flashbang doesn't quite do the job, but Hanka does. 10-1 is Hanka. Kiosa has yet to fall and won't in this round. Triple from Hanka. Big EQUIPA, even when the gap is there, they are quick to plug it.
Yeah, really good from Hanka, just immediately following through. And Emersan's flash, it didn't really have the desired outcome that she was hoping for, but it actually did delay things. And again, it did allow Hanka to get on that reposition. As she just does the rest. Really smart multi-kill out of Hanka. Flawless on this CT side, our bigger keeper. And it's a shame, I think, for Leather Cook, because even on their map pick, I feel like they'd definitely be favored in this series to be on the T sides.
Hanka, why didn't you drop Emsan? You got 13k. Come up. Boost up from the AK. Ooh, VQ. We'll guess that info. Tricky position to throw stuff on. That smoke could guys, but no. Let's see if they can set up Zia in this round. Point woman, but Astra is close by. Here comes the util. Flames force her back. She's not stressed yet.
And then it's just the immediate over to ramp. I love the fact that Kiosa pushes off the back of the contact again. Everyone is just being so fluid. That has to be the right adjective for bigger keeper. One gets a kill, the other slides in, takes the space. They're all working in unison. Now the Tech-9s are trying to charge up, but Astra still holding the cave space. Zia's trying to open up the ramp space between her and Spike. They've actually dislodged B.
Okay, yeah, that's kind of worked out. Hanka spotted as well, so they know that she's crossed here. Util is scooped up. Snay will do some decent damage. The swing comes out. In fact, the nade gets the kill, but Spike has found one of her own. Hanka will convert her spray. Considering how that one started, Let It Cook give it a good shot from the 3-on-5, but just can't quite get it done in the post plant.
I was actually going to be really critical of Let It Cook in that round, actually, until they got onto B and found the kills. But it just feels like they're going through the motions of trying to take an element of map control and then not really knowing what to do after that. And obviously that's a sign of the fact that they've not been practicing and the like. It just feels a little bit too slow, and it feels like the response times aren't always immediate. And I think that's where the comparison of fluidity comes in for bigger keeper, because they know what the next step is at every single moment. And it just gives them that slight edge. 7-0, mid not contested. They want B again because they made it up towards the site, but that flashbang is brilliant from Kiosa, and she gets rid of 0 immediately.
Yeah, and for the first time we have proactive mid control as well, so if you're looking to change it up there, Let It Cook, there's no options. 2 players spotted. Spike, nice headshot onto Kiosa. Great punish, and a chance onto Astra as well, but one that's lost out. But the spam with the flames is a brilliant combo.
Yeah, really good. And also look at A. Melly's just walked out.
Oh shit.
A free bomb site.
Straight in.
So what you can do here is just bring the bomb back all the way. Emsan is going to be guarding this, and actually we'll cover her. That is a brilliant timing. And it should alert you, if you're Emsan, just to remain in donut, not to peek on towards heaven, but we're worried about the A main play.
A lot of pressure on Emsan right now. Should just disengage completely. You think when you've seen Melly cross there that the comms are coming, this will be an A finish? But so many gaps, and Emsan has so much responsibility. I love this. All the way back into CT spawn.
That's good.
This awareness, exactly what you want out of your extremity player. So many difficult 1v1s that define a round, and oh, Spike only reveals her shoulder. The pre-shots come out, and Emsan not ready for that swing to come through. A 2-on-2 again.
And Spike's now pushing the issue. I don't know if I like how overextensive this is, but one bullet to the head, it could be a good remedy. Spike keeps going. Jenny now, guys, by the flames, will at least find one back, and Hanka is low in this 1v1. Jenny reroutes. Hanka remains. And the bomb is starting to become a factor. Hanka's already won a few of these clutches throughout this tournament. But Jenny behind the big box isn't going to be unsettled by this nade. A fake out on it around the corner. The spam is good for Hanka. Now she's trying to close the gap, and she does onto Jenny. Is there enough time to get this defuse? It's going to be ever so close.
She's got it.
She has. 8-0. The slate remains intact.
Wow, you did not favor Hanka in that. Low HP. They actually make the right move, that aggression, because it's the second player that comes over, right? The molly is perfect. You feel like you've locked them out. But Jenny R's reposition, it feels like the winning move to Big Box. Like, how can she lose that round?
By swinging, unfortunately.
Well, I don't think she was ready for Hanka just to be charging at her. That nade hits her in the back of the head. Her ears are ringing from it while she's throwing her own piece of utility. And Hanka just holds W.
It's scary when Hanka's confident. It feels like, again, reminiscent of Olga, the way that she was clearing angles on Inferno.
That 14-1 that she is right now.
I think Let It Cook have 14 kills total.
They're lucky. I felt like it was going to be their first round.
It was a good move round out of Letter Cook as well. Like the fact that you go back in towards mid after losing the player that had walked out A, you reroute, you go together, you get rid of Emsan as well. It's a shame for them, because I actually think that they made all the right decisions there. They just couldn't handle Hanka.
You can, in this sort of form, and Astra, she wants a bit of that pie, and oh, the flashbang is so good that it sets the opening kill up from Zia onto her teammate. They don't even get to play this round. Oh my goodness. It's unfair. 16-1. Can't even get the pans out the cupboard.
I didn't expect this, so I'll be honest. And I know that's going to probably sound a bit crazy now looking at this and obviously the context of Let Her Cook, but earlier today against FlyQuest, like FlyQuest had actually a lot of opportunities to get back into that series. And based on day one big, they did look a little bit shaky. This is anything but. This is the bigger keeper that we're used to seeing just in regular competition. And I'm so glad we actually get to see it.
Yeah, the perfect time, right?
Yep.
A little bit nice on day one, but they've arrived. Anchor a different change to scenery. All of this damage with the utility, it's so good. Oh, Hanka, a double down finally, her second death, but it comes after she takes two. A high price to pay. The tango with her. Beaker? I forgot she was even in this game.
She's done nothing.
Gets a double of her own. Nade to finish the job. Assist for Hanka as well. Yeah, you know why I said they wouldn't get double digits? Are they going to get a digit?
Wow. That's horrible.
It's no disrespect on Let Her Cook. I am just a massive Bigger Keeper fan, and this is the Bigger Keeper that I've been so excited about since the start of the season. The Bigger Keeper that went flawless in the most stacked group we have ever had in Europe, beating Imperial 2-0.
Apparently anyone can beat Imperial these days.
Well, that's true.
They did really well in that group stage. It's impressive because you got to remember they're a new roster. It's the highest level of competition Emsan's played at. Kiosa returns back to her old organization. Zia finally opens up and gets an opening kill. No trade out of EQ. That looked dead on.
Yeah. Slightly off the mark. Nade will hit it, but ooh, careful. Spam's already proven deadly today.
They walked out A before. It looks like they're going to try and walk out A again. But this time the bomb's already here.
Yeah, this looks really good. Big Keeper have heavily rotated towards B off all of this early pressure. And Emsan's, I mean, she's the only one on this entire side of the map, and there are 4 players about to walk onto her bomb site.
I think she's made a good decision here. She's worried about middle, but she's not dropping util. Kiosa, Viku about to go around this corner. Jonana will get rid of Kiosa. Now Viku has to try and take the fight, gets the trade immediately, and Emsan starts rooting through Temple. Rotations are on the way. But how's this timing? Oh, it's actually pretty good for Emsan. Gets rid of Jenny and now creates space.
She is low, but Hanker isn't. And do they have the util? Maybe they can just fight their way forward. How have Big gotten into the advantage here? Melly, though, in a great position. What? The timing on that could not have been worse. Now the smoke lands forward. I would never have called Bigger Keeper winning this round, but they've won it. Unless Zia can get the play off the bomb. It comes close. Look how low they all are. But Diffuse right in front. They got plot armor. They can't lose a round.
It's a really, again, a really good example of how direct and how instinctive every single play is for Bigger Keeper. They rotate in immediately. Emsan gets the kill on Big Box. So now you know player's going to be in donut, player's going to be in A main. There's not going to be anyone directly on the site. Hanka then takes that opportunity to push further forward. Doesn't drop utility, tries to create a timing, gets it. Then they drop all their utility further forward. They all just jump on the bomb. And all of that happens, that you've got this decision tree of network that happens within 2 seconds. And it's so much to contend with. Look, they've got middle yet again. This is so much pressure being applied here to Let Her Cook.
Yeah, Temple on the boost. I thought it was going to find success, but I think Emsan spammed them out. Hanka prowls forward, a simple opening kill, and a lovely disengage. A lot of eyes on this ramp as well. Spike catch off Kiosa, a difficult task. Not going well for her. Kiosa gets the best of her, and then Hanka wants some more. 22-3 in one half of Counter-Strike. A 2.0 KPR and a 12-0 half. Big EQUIPA look unstoppable.
Can we retake mid info,
Can you
guys?
flash mid, guys? Yeah. I can come from the cave.
Sasha.
Yeah. Flash,
Come.
Mika.
I'm flashing mid. Boom. Boom.
I can't.
I fall back.
Can have it, I don't have it.
Out. A. Pushing me. Hanya. Donut, one more left side. Nice. I have your mid, Hanya. You can go back.
Yes, I want, yes.
Yeah. Cannot be
Let's
yeah,
work.
okay.
I'm holding mid fully.
Nice! Sick fucking land, Hanya!
Fucking go, bro!
I flashed myself, no problem.
Well, that was incredibly dominant. I just asked production. We've had 22 minutes, including the pause, to conclude this first map, maybe. The EQUIPA 5 kills away from making it a 13-0.
Hanka has as many kills as the minutes in this game. They're just going to charge in, and a Gush immediately. A second player here. This is a repeat, but going better for the T's this time. Although not finding the kills, Jenny will get one before she goes. Remember, Zia got Gush early. BQ on the lurk. Melly tries to dance around that corner. Both players fall back.
I like this. This is a good leave. Now they're regrouping. You can still go into A if you want to. But the most important thing is that you're together, that there's no lurk left behind, and VQ might not even need the support. Remember, as you say, Zia dinked, hiding, cowering at big box. It gets removed immediately. Kiosa then goes further forward than Jonana, and Melly has to come up with a 1v4 to prevent a 13-0.
It's been a hell of a long time since we've had a 13-0 in an ESL Impact Finals, and never between European competition. A big EQUIPA. I told you they were coming in and they were going to make this look easy. Well, this is something else. The knife is coming out. Oh, they're just having fun with it. What can you do? Absolutely nothing. Hanka completely unplayable and big EQUIPA unstoppable. 13-0 on their opponent's map pick.
And to be fair to Melly, at least she was laughing that off. She was like, no, 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 you're not knifing me. But ultimately, Big EQUIPA still more than happy with that. They've got space. I think it's actually a really difficult job for both the desk and us in Counter-Strike, where there is just a 13-0 or map 1 of a best of 3. You're like, okay, well, what do we say now? You got to just have that classic cliche of that didn't exist. Now we go to Dust 2. Can you reset your mental? Can you just enjoy the moment and the occasion? Because for all intents and purposes, this could be Lettercook's last map here at ESL Impact Stockholm Season 8.
One word, 3 letters, then I think it's going to be all the difference. That is Zia. Your eyes on her this map. EQ has been brought down very low early. Little peek down through middle. Gets punished for it. That smoke, a little bit off the mark, I think. No one's spotting it though. So they'll be allowed to progress up short. Where, lying in wait, is Zia.
Look at this, 3 players in at long, ready to receive all this contact. And as you say, long range, it all depends on when MSAN starts to activate. Haven't really got the most amount of utility here. Flashbang over the top. I love this. It's a smoke deep into CT to allow scaling with the Glocks. The flashbang is a good counter. Spike follows through on the first. There's still 3 players here that Big EQUIPA don't know about. Finally they take the swing. Finally they get the info, but they can't get the kills.
They do eventually. It's just a little bit labored to get it done. You know, there's one more player out here. That was the duel that could have defined it for Lettercook. Bomb finally goes down. Player spotted by Astra. Viku now groups up with her, still alive somehow through all of this. And now you got this long threat. And yeah, MSAN just on the line makes it impossible to cross out. And Jenny are just overwhelmed by the force of numbers.
I'll tell you what, this is the difference between a mixed team and obviously a proper like team that practices all the time. Is what you're going to get is you're going to get these really scrappy moments, and then it's those really slim margins that are always technically going to go the way of a Big EQUIPA in this matchup over a Lettercook. And think about Ancient. Yes, it was a 13-0. There were like 3 or 4 instances in that game where Lettercook could have stolen that round away. Instead, it's Big EQUIPA either coming through with a clutch, either coming through with good protocols and turning numbers disadvantage back around. That's exactly what they do here. Which is a little bit unfortunate for Lettercook, but that is the reality that they sit in this finals. Never expected to be here, arrive here. They can only do their best. Go on.
Here we go, a little bit of Zeus action. That would have lifted the spirits, but not going to be. And Kyosa just sprays down the push through tunnels. Readily handled against the Eco. Bomb will go get planted shortly, you imagine. Or Spike might just get caught by Astra. Either way, it's 2-0 start. EQUIPA.
Nice shot.
Nice shot. The rifle can be picked up. Okay, Spike. Warming up the dig.
Do it to him. Oh.
And then comes from long. Hey, you lost a rifle there. 2, in fact.
I just know that Hanka would have said in between maps, I want 13-0 again.
That would be unprecedented.
Really nice shots coming out of Spike.
Putting a lot of pressure on Viku, and look at this charge. Jonana is just all the way up top middle.
I think they know.
They definitely know, and Spike is flushed out down lower. Jonana does win that duel on MSAN. Zia steps in as well. Hanka caught her right. Lettercook looking to get their first round of this series. As Astra 1v4s them. But I love it. Little aggressive pace change. Crunch on them. Melly starts to push spawn. If anyone can win these, though, it is Astra.
I don't think the timing is going to be there for her. She's going to get backstabbed.
Yeah, Melly's got this in the bag. Oh, almost didn't.
And you know what? I like that from Lettercook, because they were saying in these interviews, Jonana was saying, look, the way we play is very aggressive, very in your face. It felt like they couldn't do that on Ancient at all, because Big EQUIPA were just running at them on the CT side. Here, they've got the chance to manipulate some of this aggression going back their way. I love the pushing towards upper tunnels, the pushing towards top middle from Jonana. That is such a classic Let Her Cook round, and that's got to make them feel like they can play the game that they want to, and it will work even against Big, even if it didn't on Ancient.
Yeah, it's kind of hurt them here as well, right? Look, PT50, Tech 9, Galils. So a real chance here for Let Her Cook to step into the lead.
Is this the new quick switch, by the way? I've seen all these players at these finals firing off a couple of bullets and just graffiti in the wall.
It's better have it than quick switching, I'll say that much. Because you get the free graffitis now with the major. Granada will slide through. That's only the PT50 dropped, and Astra has taken 2 in this round already. There's still this triple setup in middle. All the CTs are at mid doors. They want this brawl.
They'll get it. That molly, Astra thought was going to affect her, but didn't. They were initially angling to go mid to B, but especially with Melly catching out Kiosa, you'd argue that would have changed plans. Instead, Hank is going to re-walk this space with the bomb, and Big are going to just try and trick their way in towards the site.
Melly's got the line. Hanker's trying to pick up a rifle. Not the best timing for her, and now all attention focused. 30 seconds. Hanker and Astra want to go elsewhere. It's going to be tricky, and it's being held right now by Jenny. Slither line just to see if that cross comes through. 20 seconds. Hey, you just got to barrel up short and hope you can get there in time. And now you can't. The bomb was dropped. Spam. Oh, no. Hold on. Astra's picked it up. 10 seconds. I don't think this is happening. Oh, if she was given that kill, and she makes it look possible, doesn't she? No bomb plant, nothing. And we'll be Let Her Cook winning it out, and now that's going to put Keeper onto an eco.
There you go. They're back. All it took was a couple of rounds. I like here, they don't even allow Astra the luxury of getting that bomb down. Zia's been so annoying, just jumping up. You got that quick flank it in towards short. You got Spike coming through in towards CT as well. Good moments here for Let Her Cook. Spike's even got an MP9 to farm up some money.
Should have picked Nuke.
They got it as a decider.
We aren't going there.
Never say never. This is quick, and because you don't actually have any utility, this is quite disguised. Even if it feels really awkward. Jenny R hasn't jump spotted. Oh no, they are just right here, and you have no idea. That's free for Astra, and she knows Jenny's at back site. Suddenly the swarm, a bigger keeper, pile out on towards the site, but Jenny's holding a nerve for a multi-kill and then some. Awesome work from Jenny. She gets 4, and Let Her Cook hold bigger keeper back.
Oh, that looks so scary. When that first kill is given freely, you think, all right, they can just snowball onto Jenny here, overwhelm her with numbers, but she plays that to perfection, just tucking behind the big bucks, picking and choosing her fights and the ammo management as well, making sure she had just enough for the final fight. Not letting that one slip. Let Her Cook get into the lead.
There we go.
The 5-pack we wanted. Not delivered on Ancient, but on Dust 2, we'll be given it. A little smoke in middle. There's a little bit of a fake out. No one's actually here.
If I remember correctly, you can fact check me, but I think Bigger Keeper on Dust 2 in particular, their CT side was absolutely unbelievable, and it was always their T side that showed a little bit of nerve here and there. I could be wrong, but that's what I remember vaguely from online.
Yeah, so far this season it's been fairly even. The T side actually is a little bit favored, but
So completely wrong then. Good.
yeah, I didn't want to make it sound like that. But, you know, it has been a struggle at times, this map. They lost it to Nemesis, they lost it to Imperial, FPL. By no means they're Inferno. They found the opener in this round. Melly has punished Kiosa again. That is a big kill to be finding. If you can do that consistently, can Melly offer up more?
Oh, this round's so weird. She's now just stuck in tunnels. Jonana's now going through middle, but helped by Hanker, and Melly finally toppled. Astra can now plant this bomb, and Spike is nowhere near. This will be a save call. This will be a bigger keeper getting the equalizer.
Melly trying to have that moment. 2 kills from her, probably wanting revenge after the round before where she got blindsided. No, not to be. Let's try. Good disengage into the tunnels too. Just kept fighting, trying to find a way out. It's too many players putting onto her position. You can see all those X's in middle.
The small micro adjustment of Hanka just walking through the CT smoke as well. That's becoming meta quite a lot in pro play at the moment, just catching off guard. We saw that a lot yesterday in day 1. Players really manipulating the execute in terms of just being annoying by walking through, either acting as a lurk or just catching rotates, as Hanka did in this instance.
The dangerous game to play, right? Because we have so much smoke breaking,
Yeah.
especially that mid to B smoke. Like, that's the one you break. That was really nice initial pick.
This is also now back-to-back rounds where Big EQUIPA have just walked in mid, pure contact, and found a kill.
We get to see his AWP out uncontested, though. She was the play to keep an eye on. She's already getting aggressive, looking for an opener. Fires off a warning shot. Actually, does tag VQ through that box. Also, further damage inflicted onto Kiosa. And Zia, look, what is she doing? She's a mad woman.
What is this?
It's a boost up on the outside of the smoke.
Oh,
VQ
they've
has
made
walked
noise.
through.
They've made noise.
Oh my god, they're trapped in there. And VQ takes 2, takes the AWP. That was
One of the
something.
decisions of all time is what that was.
No,
and now you're giving VQ the AWP. Of all the things to do in that situation, that was certainly the most unexpected, but it certainly was the least flattering. Jenny now just stuck in between utility and sandwiched and contained within her spawn. A 1v4 on low HP on a couple of players, sure, but you've already got this mid lurk out of Hanka dealt with by Jenny. This, however, is something you definitely can't control. Sure, there's a kit on Catwalk and there's an AK there too, but this feels untenable.
I think you just pick up one of these rifles and save. No? Okay, Jenny.
She's got the Zeus.
Okay, she's just thinking about what she wants to do. Just running back and forth. Should be saving that. Yeah, VQ didn't really have to talk about her in Ancient at all. She was kind of just a passenger on the ride that Hanka took her on. But we saw, I mean, that was just a ridiculous map from her against FlyQuest. I don't know exactly what that rating was, but it was something absurd, wasn't it? +2. Yeah, 1.99.
Pretty good.
Pretty good. Not quite the 2.0 though, is it?
As good as.
It's no little Z. Or littles, if there. That's crazy they tried to boost in that smoke. I mean, it could have potentially worked, but EQ pushing through completely counted.
It might have worked for a kill, but it wasn't working in terms of them getting out of that situation.
A lot of players spotted, I feel. Well, the one goes back, so I don't know if he'll be ready for 2 over on B.
Nice shot. Well,
Melly's had Kiosa's number.
Yeah, Kiosa keeps falling. She hadn't died for ages on Ancient. Keeps being the victim on Dust 2. VQ still holding. Hanka thinking about walking through the mid doors, thinks better of it. And the pressure, good enough for her to scale up.
Yeah, I mean, the big threat here is Jenny R, who's playing close towards doors. A long play here, a good call, but a smoke will land. Block off this avenue a little bit, but it's only these 2 deagles here right now. So only, we saw what Spike did earlier.
Yeah, you can break it, or you can maybe look for angles over the top. M-San will molly out Joe Nana. That audio has also been heard. There's the break on the smoke, and VQ then tracks them moving back into CT. They try and jump up and get rid of Hanka, and they manage it.
Okay, this is now getting very interesting. The spam does a lot of damage onto M-San.
Awful.
She plant this bomb. Getting up onto the site's going to be tricky. There is a smoke there. She doesn't really have an easy way to get the bomb down. And if it's planted, you win the round.
Maybe you can throw a smoke onto site?
Yeah, Astra does have some util. They're just waiting to see if there was going to be a long aggress. There's that cross smoke. Astra needs to come over to help out her teammate. Molly in towards short, and Joanna steps forward with that recovered AK. Astra needs to fight her way out. Look at the time. Look at the time. The bomb needs to go down. Astra cannot be disrupted. And she'll just get run down surely. Yeah, Jenny R, a hero with that rifle. Jonana with the one picked up. That's not a round you expect Big to drop.
No, but it's all off the back of missed utility. That missed smoke in long does everything for Leather Cook and more. And it comes back to those small little mistakes that Beekeeper were making on day one. They trickled in against FlyQuest Red. And now with how good Ancient looked, you think, oh, okay, well, maybe they're due or prone a little mistake here and there. And that smoke gave such a big opening for Jenny to find kills. And it also just delayed Big. Like they couldn't have a safe passageway on towards the bomb site. They didn't have any flashbangs either to scale up from ramp. It was just really difficult.
Got double up off that.
Why not?
Jenny R picks one up. With it, it's not the meta door smoke that's being dropped, so yeah, there's this line that can be watched. So Hanka will avoid
That timing is
that.
crazy. Like, she's just unscoped off it. Zia now moves over, and they're just all up short. They've got no idea.
Yeah, did she get away for that?
I think so.
Okay, Emsan, you might be in trouble, although this approach looks pretty decent. Yeah, Emsan's actually removed Jonana, and now Zia's all heard. Bit of Molly to get the space. They're just going to go on A.
Yeah.
Look at the CTs. They're all on B. One's at long. Now that is potentially a problem. And Melly again has found Kiosa. That head-to-head is something else right now.
Really good recognition here from Bigger Keeper. As soon as they see Zia in mid with the AWP, they think, well, hang on. Why'd you keep rotating players in towards mid to B? We're not going to go here. And instead they just go up short. They find it for free. They drop smokes to act as a little bit of a safer pathway. But now you've got Emsan really close to this smoke. The Molly is going to try and force them away. Hanka now creeps in as well. This is such an awkward fight for both parties. Emsan starts spamming and that baits Hanka in perfectly. The fight for short. Custody of it belongs to Big, and Spike now can't do anything. She'll back off, and Bigger Keeper once again will take the lead.
Yeah, that was really well played. Hanka got singed by the Molly too, so they already knew there was players close by, but then the decision to get in close and Emsan just baiting her perfectly. Hanka ends it with the final kill too. They mop up all the remnants of Let Her Cook. There was definitely a world that one could have got scary. And that Molly is in towards short. You think, okay, maybe they can isolate some of these big players. They've got that late long play coming. A beautiful little catch from Hanka.
What's the money looking like for Let Her Cook?
Just taking a timeout. They might not be in a good place now because, sure, they won the round before with the lighter weaponry, so maybe they actually do have something here.
I think they can buy. I think Jonana could drop 0 and AWP. Potentially one more full investment, but if you commit to this buy and you lose, then the follow-up isn't going to be as pretty either. So I think the timeout's the right decision. You want to discuss whether you're just going to half buy now and have one big hurrah, or just go all in. They've gone all in. And VQ is already tagged up Melly fast, really quick, out of Bigger Keeper. That flashbang, brilliant though, in long, but Hank is even better. So many trades, and Kiosa will get the best of Zia, but Spike is there, 2v3. But remember that Melly's tagged.
All comes down to who gets the first kill there. Doesn't matter how good the trades are, the numbers simply more superior for Let Her Cook. It's close play you feel from Jenny. Oh, spotted. Messy, and she'll go down. Does cost VQ a lot. She's got the AWP, so it's not so big a bother. You know Melly will be over at B. You saw Spike, and now you've caught Spike.
Uh-oh.
1v2 required from Melly.
Oh, it just feels so unnecessary from Spike. I understand what she's trying to do to a certain extent, trying to get ahead of the play, but you drop there, it just leaves Melly in a near impossible situation. VQ dropped. Astra half HP, wanted to take the fight. Melly swings immediately, but now has to figure out where Astra got off to.
Oh, this nade. Oh, no. Looked like it could have been perfect, but doesn't matter. Shots will connect anyway. Astra tries the off angle, but Melly takes her time. And 1v2 clutch goes her way.
Could scoop up an AWP as well. All right, Let Her Cook definitely rebuilding back into this first half by winning this round. That also gives you enough money to reinvest back in. They could maybe even walk away with the lead here.
definitely a possibility. If it becomes a reality, they're the sort of rounds that Big weren't losing on Ancient.
Well, they won't lose anything.
Oh, yeah, well, that's true, but... Bit of a mixed buy, isn't it?
Yeah, at least you got the prioritization on Astra, on the AK. You've got VQ on the AWP, and whoa, okay, VQ. Solo, no support, just takes all a catwalk.
Yeah, much more default setup here, but look at this aggressive push. Can Kielsa get the best of Melly? No. That head-to-head must be like 0 for 5.
Yeah, she's been getting bullied. But VQ will at least trade out. And you know that player has just walked over from upper B. MSAN, meanwhile, counteracts Spike's lurk. So you've got a player advantage here for Big, and the opportunity to go B.
It feels so good when you get a kill on either extremity. You just know there's going to be weaknesses here that you could exploit, and more likely over at B. We saw Jenny pull out some magic here before, and Jonana has pushed along extremity, so this information's going to come soon. All about the delay for Jenny.
Yeah, you got to wait.
Look at the flank now. How much will it matter? What can Jenny offer up? Oh, the flashbang is perfection. She can do it all. It's only Jenny required, and MSAN dealt with by the flank. What a brilliant hold.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, fair play to Jenny, because she decides to split the difference and actually take the fight head on to Big, because if she can stop them in their tracks, that flank's going to be a lot more effective. And instead she just kills them all. That's the last thing you expect, I think, as Big as you go in towards B. Someone just to be insta-swinging you.
Great little pop flash too. Completely scuppered them. Oh my goodness, Lettercook might walk away with the half here. B-rush, no, B-pop. Thayer's locked in though. Jenny's actually playing anti-flash towards the car. At least was. Even a third player comes over. What a read from Lettercook.
They're all in the right spot. It's just about whether they can hold on. Zia fires off the AWP shot first. Flashbangs are really good though. And players are out of ammo, but it might not even matter. Hanka tries to slide in alongside VQ, running them down with the Tech 9, but it's messy and scrappy. VQ now gets thrown into a 1v4, but the headshot angles are too difficult to maintain. Lettercook take the slight edge as we go into the halftime break.
Pretty close. I flash city.
Go, go, cross.
I flash corner.
Okay, it's fine, it's fine. Nothing.
I come back short.
Yeah, yeah.
Take short for me, please. Yes.
I will
Care
smoke
jumper,
it deep,
care
okay?
jumper. I
Yeah?
smoked it deep. I smoked chopper.
I stay on short also with Emma, guys.
BT
Go
coming.
back.
Nothing jumper.
2 mid,
They're going
2 short,
guys. Mass shorts should be.
3, 2 or 3. I
feel
believe
you,
I believe you.
Back push.
One more. Nice!
Long. Hello.
Last.
Long corner. I need to fall.
You have op?
Yeah, it's fine. I have you.
Yeah, it's good.
Nice.
Nice!
Good job, guys.
Nice!
Good
Let's fucking
reaction.
go, guys! Let's fucking go!
Do you feel it coming day by day? Got to get the message, it's on its way. Listen to the beat, the sound of my heart. It will be alright, just to make a start. Feel it close to you, like a wind. Say it again, set me free. Feel it
Well, we've seen one compelling reverse sweep already in an elimination game. This one, well, I don't want to get ahead of myself, but LetterCook have put themselves in a great position to make it happen. Going to try out this B bomb site. Kiosa had a mare on the T side. The CT side doesn't start better. The Hanka, maybe she can slip in and help out. The headshot's not coming, but they are for Zia and Melly.
Yeah, really well done here from LetterCook. They're not overcomplicating things. They're just taking the easy route straight into B. VQ spotted the shadow, but can't connect with the headshot. It's all Melly in the feed. That is till Msan stops it. This would be one heck of a clutch. Coming out the newest recruit for Big EQUIPA. Sees so many players, tries to deal with them effectively, but Zia will overwhelm her. And LetterCook will keep on building on this momentum.
Dorberettas just get nothing done. A rundown out from the tunnels, too much to deal with. Such a huge quantity of players. The two defenders on site only getting the single kill.
She's struggling, Kiosa.
Surprising, really, considering how well she's been shooting so far. With this force fight.
Oh, that's info at least. You see the molly come down from top middle. Looks like VQ's priming a flash, get Kiosa through the smoke, Hanker on the angle.
Yeah, how's this gonna go? What's the timing like? Well, kill comes to Hanker. Flashbang lands, Kiosa goes close. Msan, did you need to push that when you were in the player advantage? Melly's found one back as well. That feels like a slight mistake, but VQ doesn't make them. Quick shot on the slither line. There needs some support over here on this B bomb site. She's going to try and hunker down. They're already charging in. They're ahead of her. She's getting run down, but the tag comes through. Look at the damage being inflicted, but the kill's still coming. VQ with the USP can't connect the shots. Look at the HP, 2 on 6. This MP9 can just eat them alive, but Jonana's gotten into the perfect position. Back plat, head tucked down low. Nothing being offered for Hanker. Fine margins, but LetterCook, they prevail against the force buy.
Yeah, that was too over-eager from Big EQUIPA because you're making a play in towards the middle of the map, therefore you don't need to push the extremities. Msan overexerts herself. I think Kiosa's caught as well, trying to move back away from mid. And as soon as you look at the kill feed and notice that Kiosa's dead, she's the B anchor. So LetterCook make a really good decision to immediately reset in towards the B bomb site. VQ notices it, but the rest of the team is too far away. And by the time she gets there, it's still not enough.
Started so well too. I really like that, the way they set up the first kind of plane towards middle.
These small mistakes just keep creeping in for Big EQUIPA, just all over this weekend.
It's like there was a set play to make in that round. When things went slightly different, like Hanker being given the opening kill rather than having to swing and get it, they still committed to the initial idea, whereas they could have kind of just taken the step back after that.
Yeah, it's more on the extremity pushes.
That's what I mean, though. Yeah. I feel like that was always part of the play for her to go aggressive while the mid play happened. But I think when Hanker gets a kill for free,
you cancel it.
Can just maybe just change tact. Nice dunk. 10 hours on 20 kills, by the way.
Something Olga revenge storyline. Something Jenny are now doing the same against old organization. 10-5.
Yeah, let's see this first gun round.
There's your double digits in the series.
True enough. True enough. SVQ's up.
Now, the big conversation that that's going to be having, if LetterCook closed this, is, well, why on earth did we go Dust 2 if you're Big EQUIPA?
Yeah, you know, maybe the desk was right about that. Yes, they are the analysts for a reason. Why go Dust 2 against the Pug team? Why go Mirage against the Pug team? Questions that could have been asked of many teams this event.
True. Very true. I'm real.
The AWP is here. That shot looks like it was pretty close to the money. Information for LetterCook, but what do you do with it?
You don't have to do anything. That's the best bit about it. Instead, you're going to get Jonana lurking out long. That's further information now scooped. The issue is it's gone both ways. Emsan really commits to this fight. Emsan wants to go searching for this kill. Instead, we'll burrow in on a different off angle, and you've got the player that was in middle, now rotating away. Melly is going to try and be a thorn in Bigger Keeper's side. If she's able to get rid of one, if she's able just to be really annoying, that will anchor these B players in. And that smoker's gone completely wayward.
Not ideal, is it? But maybe Hanka can convert. No, Melly's found that frag. Now, Kiosa guaranteed to get this, but the
they're
bomb's
running
on its
away.
way back. She can still win this round. Redemption on its way for Kiosa, but she's the only one here. Good damage onto Jenny R, but look at this play out through the window. She's heard that. That's been calmed. Kiosa turns, and 10 seconds remain. She might just win this right here. The nade goes a little deep, and they charge down. They remove her, but the time isn't there. Especially with Astra finding that kill. Jonana will just try and limp away. Kiosa gets her redemption.
Yeah, she absolutely does, but that is really weird from Leda Cook, because the entire basis of that round is that Melly lurks, Melly gets a kill, Melly does some damage. The point is you're keeping these players on B at B. You always go short. You never deviate away from that plan. And the moment they do, it's a complete disaster because your internal clock, that all of those timings are completely out of sync.
Great awareness from Astra to clear Zia there. We didn't see that during the round. Out through long, they take a lot of utility damage. They do get the space. Emsan will fall back, drop a smoke to block them off. 4 players out long for Leto Cook.
You almost kind of want them just to be out long as a unit because that will guarantee that they do something together.
The information gathered that's been pushed
Look at this
through.
push, yeah.
Starts to leave.
There's Fiku in top middle.
She's missed the mark. Melly holding for it. They really want to crunch back in on this. Kiosa's found the kill. The spray a bit wayward. Zia suffering.
Got to get out, surely.
Jenny's position. Kiosa, gets a second. Hanka accidentally trades her on the way that was hoped. Now Jenny's forced back. That bomb is top middle. Jonana's on the A bomb site. This is crazy. The T's are on both bomb sites now.
Got to walk.
But they don't have the bomb.
Yeah, you got to walk here, and she will. Emsan actually comes back to check this. I think she might have heard a step. Regardless of what it was, she gets rid of Jonana incredibly easily. And now suddenly Jenny R, who's been doing a lot of the heavy lifting here for Leda Cook, has now got to try and shine once again. 30 seconds. These players are all over the place. First one doesn't even come easy. You're worried about your flank. You're worried about different elevations. And you're worried about maybe even just keeping this AK alive. We'll give it a go. You've got rounds to play with. But she thinks better of it in the end. So Big Keeper will go back to back. And the last thing you want to do if you're Leda Cook is allow this team to start gaining momentum.
Back-to-back Kiosa rounds as well, right? 2K in the one previous, 3 in this one. That push towards top middle, perfection. After Viku goes down too.
Yeah, it's actually a really interesting round at a Bigger Keeper because you wouldn't typically associate them re-pushing and re-clearing after they get the initial contact into short with them. But they almost needed to have a round like this to almost get a little bit of belief back. Actually, we are better than them individually, is what they're thinking in this moment as they re-push, they re-clear. Like, this is a bonkers push coming out of Kiosa.
Crazy work to get the double down there. 3 in that round. That one's going to cause some concern for Leto Cook. Saved AK, but I think the rest will be definitely wanting. Bigger Keeper start to believe again that CT side. Definitely feeling more comfortable for them right now.
This is even without sort of like VQ AWP influence as well here or on CT. We get to see that now. Hero AK saved by Jenny. Surrounding it isn't the best support network at all.
I'm shocked at a... Oh, okay,
Nice.
Jenny is not missing much. So yeah, I'm shocked in a series with Zia and VQ that the AWP conversation just hasn't been part of it. They're just going to scale up short quickly. They've got a really good timing here. Astra, you could just lose the entire round right here. They're going to swing around the corner. She only gets the one.
It's an AK.
Rifle picked up. Nade doesn't do enough, and they have no position. They're all stuck in CT.
That nade looked dead on. and it just wasn't. You got this lurk as well, Melly,
That's
coming
lofty.
through the mid doors. Absolutely. They are panicking. Hanker's trying to be that beacon of hope. Instead, it is Zia with a Glock of all weapons. They're just so blind. And the recovered rifles will do it for Let Her Cook. It's one of these rounds that they weren't losing, Big EQUIPA, but now they drop the ball again.
That was a terrible round, straight up. That was one of the worst rounds of Big EQUIPA since they lost that eco to Sakura on day 1. I don't know what they're doing. Astra's just completely on an island, out deep and towards short with no way to fall back. They have no information at all. I mean, really well done from Let Her Cook to utilize that hero AK.
Yeah.
But that was a absurd round.
It's a really weird team sometimes, Big EQUIPA, because when they are all firing on all cylinders, when it looks good, I mean, you get results like Ancient, and it looks like they are unstoppable. It looks like they can go toe-to-toe with the best, and they can. That's the thing. It's just the consistency with this team. And you got to remember, and this is why I bring it up again, they're just a new team. This is the first season that they're
True.
together. Maybe we're expecting too much.
Yeah, I mean, basically as long together as Let Her Cook, in a sense.
They got the opening kill here. Emsan now finds herself a little upgrade.
They rotate the pieces over here. Kios's got a 5-7. Anka, oh, the smoke timing could be good. Worried about middle as well. Okay, here comes the utility. She's going to drop it defensively. But Kiosa immediately removed. Hanka, this is tricky. Oh, and Melly just overwhelms. This should be 12. Unless Astra has something to say. Great kill. Over the top, can't get the follow through. Jenny's holding for it. Her 26th kill. That point for Let Her Cook.
Yeah, I mean, it's brilliant from Jenny, and it is one of those where you get that mammoth performance out of Hanka, and Jenny says, okay, well, one of us needs to match it. It's going to be me. T-side has looked very good here for Let Her Cook. Spoke a lot about Big, especially on that first map, with how instinctive a lot of the decision-making was. By Let Her Cook actually grouping up and going as a unit here on this T-side, it is working out an awfully lot better compared to what we got on Ancient. 5 chances for them to send this to a decider.
I think you have a nap between FlyQuest and this. Where has she been? I feel like she's missed a few sitters so far this map. Uncharacteristic of her. Not going to be the best investment, is it?
She can drop an MP9. Hanka can go MP9.
Yeah, MP9. Maybe FAMAS if you're lucky.
M-Slang can drop a rifle. You can drop an M4 over, but you'd be lacking util.
I think that's the conversation they're having. They decide util the better option. Kid as well, or all the rest.
Spoke about Jenny a lot as well, but you got to give her a lot of credit in addition to Melly. Spoke about her a lot during the online season. We were saying like this wasn't the same Melly that we used to see like in Dallas, where she made that run. Come to LAN, she's been very good this season.
Yeah, I think in this map in particular, sure, she's not racking out the multi-kills like Jenny are, but the fact on that first half she got the kill onto Kiosa basically every round completely changed what Big EQUIPA could do with their rounds.
Oh, that sucks too. Speaking of Kiosa, she just gets tagged immediately. Call that a caster curse.
Yeah, been a rough one for her. EQ has a chance for the opening pick, and there it is. Zia presents herself on a silver platter. But Astra's just punished, deleted by Jenny R.
Flashbang forward. Look, Big EQUIPA really want to take these fights. They want to have a gunfight where they feel like they're in control.
Smoke's a little funky from the T side, meant to be a lurk, but it's gone too deep, so VQ has the complete line. There's a smoke back of her own. They're going to make the gamble. This is not going to be a B play.
I like the re-aggression here out of hankering towards short. At least you can control that space. You don't have to overextend, but you can just tuck yourself into this corner and just wait. In actual fact, Let Her Cook might just walk straight into her. I don't like the swing here.
With the MP9, oh, ahead of the molly.
Okay.
Surely you know this has to be the long play now, and there's that utility getting set up. God, you wish you'd picked up that gun that was in short. But Now you know what's going on. This is going to be the short play. Msan comes back. VQ's on the line with the AWP. Flashbang is perfect, though. And they're just charging. Classic Letter Cook just running straight at the problem, but straight at the CTs. VQ has that round she's been looking for. And Jenny, as good as she's been, does have to just leave, hold on to the AK once more, see if she can repeat her tricks from earlier.
Yeah, they get bailed out there, but by Hanker actually pushing and finding that information. I was a little bit concerned, but I suppose if you've got an MP9, it isn't the worst thing in the world to sort of take that risk to get that information trade-off, and it worked out brilliantly. Sure, she didn't get any kills, but at the same time, you've got all the advanced notice. By the way, they are coming long. So you can rotate over, you can have all the pieces in the right place, and VQ could be set up to do one thing, kill. And finally, she does.
Buy back in, looking a little weakened. At this 12-8 point. Much slower from there to Cook. Looking to see if Big are going to try and get aggressive. If there's any way to punish, and that's going to be this play to take mid-control. Oh, they're just diving through.
Nice.
This is quick. A wrap onto this B bomb site once again. Hanker, oh, she just held out maybe a chance, but going to reposition herself. And yeah, she needs a lot from this. I don't even know what happened to Kiosa. Just got spammed out by Jenny R. That small micro decision, if Hanker had just held, I think she has a free kill there. And now you got a retake in the 3-on-4.
Issue you got is there's just no flashbangs. They're still going to dive in anyway. VQ can't make that spray transfer work. Msan at the back of the site, but Melly still holding on alongside Jenny. And now it has to all be Msan. Spike comes in from absolutely nowhere from the top rope. And then Cook, they were down 13-0 map 1. We go on to Big EQUIPA's map pick of Dust 2. And they lose 13-8. We need Nuke as a decider.
Start picking Dust 2 and Mirage against Pug teams. And Tail is...
Especially when we get that output from her on Dust 2. Be unpredictable. Be in your face. Be chaotic. Let her cook. That has to be the mentality. That's the same mentality they have got, and they've carried through this entire tournament, this entire ESL Impact circuit. Let's see if they can do it. Otherwise, they are eliminated.
Listen, if you bounce back from a 13-0, I think the mentality is in a pretty good place, to be honest. That's going to make you feel really good and have you starting to believe. You got to do it the hard way. T-side of Nuke against Big EQUIPA of all squads. Remember, the blood of Na'Vi runs in this team. Best Nuke team there ever was in the women's scene.
True. I was going to talk about that. I was going to talk about how active Hanker is. And also, Letty said in the green room, Kiosa on this map, incredibly underrated. So let's keep our eye out for those. Jenny R starts as she means to go on. Immediately finds the opening kill on Msan and let her cook a Renee.
Msan was completely alone on the bomb site. So as soon as she goes down, that is that. Not a kit here either. We've got Util for Astra, so something to work with to get them in. It's off the second flash that they go, and VQ's found one, but there's so many players here. There's Melly striking with 2. Finally, Hanker and Astra finding kills of their own. Hanker not slowing down. They didn't see Jonana. But now they'll get that information. They need to swing her in tandem. Burst Fire comes out, and somehow it's almost working. But I think there should be time to get on that bomb and a successful retake.
Why on earth would you go Burst Fire there? Oh, that feels like such a mistake. I think single fire, you're definitely getting a kill. As you can see, look at how close that comes down to. Even if she just lives for half a second more, that round could go in favor of Lena Cook. Msan can't believe it. And I think Big EQUIPA get away with one.
Those are the sort of rounds that they were doing on Ancient all the time, right? Where they were in a disadvantageous position. What a great entry kill. And even these kills immediately in the post-plant. Melly gets 2 from close by silos. But then Hanker, Astra just charge in and get fired up.
Let's be honest, look, let's talk about the elephant in the room. Let the cook start on T side of Nuke. Like, that is an incredible burden to bear, especially when you are a team that does not brag, when you're a team that doesn't really play Nuke anyway.
Yeah, you need a good start. Jonana flushed out. Yeah, Astra knows that one's coming.
That'll do.
Smokes go down. There was a counter smoke dropped as well in front of Secret to slow them down. You also do have the drop down from Astra after she gets that kill. Oh, this angle was perfect from Hanker. A really good player to play outside because she's so cerebral. Her repositions are brilliant, but she's getting, well, I was going to say, flanked upon from different angles, but she's able to do that pretty handedly.
One bullet, Hanka. Got to reload this.
Yeah, you should reload. Well, doesn't get to fire off too many anyway. NER and Zia in the 2v4 now.
Yeah, Hanka outside on CT is really great. Hanka outside on T side is where you look to, because she just makes so much magic happen. She creates a ridiculous amount of space so consistently. And Viku's now just pushed outside, had enough. Okay, cool, you're in garage. Well, Hanka's already told us that. Jenny R, next to be removed. Bomb needs to be scooped up. MP9 in heaven of Kiosa is enough of a distraction to get Viku on the board again.
Yeah, Viku just gets bored, just keeps charging through, gets two. They're looking a little bit happier now after the subdued situation of just two.
Thing is, I think they always knew going into Nuke they were always going to be favoured. The fact that you win the knife as well, when you can just start on the defense, you start racking up rounds, you can start applying pressure. And even though Leathercook have been playing sort of pressure-free, it goes the other way as well. It's got to feel better when you've got all that expectation if you're bigger keeper. You go 13-0, then lose a map, and then you start off strong again. It's a perfect reset.
Yeah, it could have been a disaster if the pistol didn't go their way.
It nearly didn't.
Nearly didn't. They held well against the force fight. Looks like they'll be fine against these pistols, as Hanker is just taking players out for free. She's starting incredibly strong, much like on Ancient. Up on the roof of Garage, just looking for fights everywhere. Keep it clean, she's got 5 rifles here. Don't want to lose any of these, really. Hanker's just bouncing around, having a good old time.
Again, if you want to talk like psychology of rounds as well, like the fact that you can get through these unscathed, that goes a long way. Flawless, as you say. Look at the bankroll. Bigger keeper, their piggybacks are going to burst.
Completely flawless, not a lick of it. Yeah, so much money. Plenty for a future AWP, but right now it'll be rifle on rifle action. First full proper gun round.
I actually see this quite a lot from Bigger Keeper, funnily enough. VQ doesn't AWP as much on the CT side of Nuke. There's a lot of rifling, there's a lot of versatility.
Yeah, I guess she plays that rotator position, right, where you want to be able to be a bit more free around the map. I'm going to start with Hanker outside this round. Support some early aggression. That comes both ways. A bit of a fight in from the doorway. Astra to see if she can catch some toes. Oh, nice molly though, dislodges her. They're just going to pounce on this. Astra trying to dodge the util. It wasn't even there. Can't quite adjust for the second, but does a lot of damage onto Zia. And the swing comes out. Spike's managed to find something back. There's a 2-on-2. Spike is stuck. I think the bomb is mid-sight, so Jenny R, difficult task for her, but after that first map, I wouldn't be surprised if she could make this happen. 9 HP, bomb picked back up, Kiosa. Can she survive? She will. Headshot comes through. Jenny R gives it a go, but ultimately denied.
Such a weird round. Such a strange round, because you've got Leathercook wanting to go in A. The util is either missed or it just doesn't exist. So Astra is playing anti-flash to a flash that doesn't happen. The molly, I think, goes too shallow as well in top hut, because you can throw it on top hut and it can trickle down into exactly where Astra is. That doesn't happen. There's not a molly or a flashbang for CT vent. There's not a flashbang that goes in towards main. It's all over the place. And you almost feel like the defense is ready for something more that doesn't come in, and it almost backfires for them.
Well, this is where it comes when you're a bit more of a mix, right? You don't necessarily have all the protocols nailed out. I mean, with that said, they had some pretty good Nuke games throughout this this season that we've just had. A couple of wins under their belt.
Damn.
BQ picked up a couple of kills. Yeah, beat out Hindsight. I think that was... Oh, I remember that game, actually. I don't want to think about it.
Oh, think about it. What happened?
It wasn't pretty. That was one that Hindsight should have won.
Okay.
Which is, you know,
They got 7
2020.
rounds against the Valkyries.
Yeah, 7 rounds against Valkyries. Beat AK Hero KO.
Shout out Piku.
Couple of kills come through here. Is there a threat in this round?
Unlikely, especially with this reposition now on towards top hut. Jonana's now got to just go 180 to find a kill. Doesn't happen. Zero Melee have made it down ramp.
Hanker's here.
True, but if she gets her head ripped off her shoulders, then there could be a conversation piece. In fact, there isn't. It goes the other way. And Hanka, you feel is inevitable.
Yeah, there we go. 10 and 2 for Hanka.
That's better. Hey, you can win a round, and you can win a map if Hanka's just firing like this. Did it on Ancient.
Yeah, you just don't want to be in a position where you're relying on that, but it's good to know it's there. Look at that VQ up now, I imagine. Theo, I just saw, did buy hers.
It's actually interesting, the whole Hanka-Astra conversation, because it does work out quite well, but their roles do overlap.
Well, that's actually been a big benefit for Astra, but Hanka actually took a hit this season because of it. She was the best rated player last year. She was like we were saying she's the best rifle outside of Imperial for that entire year that Imperial won everything.
She even stood in for Imperial and won an event with them. These gun rounds look like pistol rounds.
This round actually was a lot more convincing. That was quick. I feel like I barely got to finish my point about Hanka. She's killed everybody.
That's all right, you got time. It's another eco.
Anyway, Hanka's great. That's the story. What went wrong there? They just got picked apart all across the map. In a door, in and outside.
2 words, individual fights.
Yeah. Well, that's all it's going to be from there to Cook, right? That works on Dust 2 a little better than it does on Nuke.
But the thing is, I actually really liked the initial ideas here for Let Her Cook on this T side, because they were trying to put pressure points over towards the A bomb site. They were trying to go more as a unit. And because it hasn't worked, or it has in terms of getting onto the site, but they haven't held onto it. So now they're just like, oh, okay, well, we'll just spread out and see what we can find.
Wonder if we'll see Melly try and make some little late lurk plays in towards ramp, see if she can catch Kiosa, because she was the bane of her existence.
Yeah, Kiosa 1 for 1 right now, but that
needed.
1 kill was in the clutch.
True enough, true enough. She was needed once. There we go, as I say it. Speak it into existence. Melly does start to move in that direction, but there's support. Hanka started over here. They're anticipating this could be the direction that Let Her Cook want to try and fish an answer.
Here's the thing, it's so obvious that this is an outside fake because you've dropped smokes and there's nothing else. There's no pressure, there's no spam, there's no flashbangs, no nothing. Now you get this A site hit, but Astra is already dropping the block utility, and now Kiosa and Hanka can just converge. It's all too easy, and again, it's one of those things where because you're not a team rehearsing things, you're not creating that conditioning, you're not creating any of the tells. Bait and switch brilliant from EQUIPA.
Yeah, Kiosa's not going to have 2 bag maps. 3 on that hold at ramp doesn't fall either. Yeah, good immediate response from Astra as well when that hit starts to come in onto the A-bomb site. She drops that smoke to immediately block off the door, and they see there's just nothing being committed. Yuta was pretty decent in terms of it did a bit of damage to them. The molly was good. M-Sam was brought down low. But ultimately, with no follow through, they didn't need to budge on ramp.
Yeah, no follow through, and just to be honest, no build up. And again, this is what you come to expect. We can still be a little bit critical though, because at the end of the day, these players should also know better. You put yourself in a position to be on this decided map in the first place. Another piece of block utility. This time it's a molly. It's so common for people to peek behind this in secret. It's not going to be VQ doing that. Instead, she's just going to hold the line with the AWP.
I'll try this again. Like they were setting out to put some aggression on. Counter utility being held. And Orc is down at secret, so yeah, they know nothing's coming that way. Here's the molly being lined up. Astra, Hanka, and M-San all here ready for this. Vika's run all the way back to ramp as well, so even her rotation won't be far off from heaven.
That's even if they commit into this. Got to get by Astra. Smoke fades. Easy collection of a kill. And now the block utility goes further forward. They line up in towards the hut for M-San. And Hanka could just chime in from main. It's all too easy. It's all too simple for EQUIPA. They just had the right pieces in the right place.
I was a little worried for M-San there because she dropped the molly. They didn't peek through that. The flash comes out. All of that misses. And these 2 players have actually crossed to the left side of hut. They swing together, but M-San just uses that as an excuse to spray him down. Definitely could have gone the other way where she goes down. They can then start to scale out, but she's been solid on this A side.
when we were saying all throughout, I think the start of 2025, but certainly in the back end of last year, MSAN was one of the most underrated anchors. This is fast out of Jenny R. Hot feet and hot hands. Immediately slices the vent open and drops down B.
A little bit of buddy hoppy on the way too, but no bomb with her. Question is, what can she do with the space she's gathered?
Say to her teammates, come in secret, but Hanker's here.
And we haven't seen this sort of start. It's the pistols. You really favour Hanker.
Is this not comms? Is this not comm that they're down secret or down the vent, sorry?
I don't know if they know she got down there. All right, there's something to be said here. Astra does catch one out, but oh, she's in trouble. She just run. Get out of that.
Nice.
You've seen the bomb go through. Kiosa might get caught here. Yeah, Jenny R. Ahead of it. Now VQ's going to try and step in, but the smoke, the molly, everything's blocked off. Timing shot. That looked close on it. Could be that we finally do get this breakthrough round. And funnily enough, it's with the lesser weapons.
You can definitely go for this if you want to. If you're a keeper, you've got so much money. Double flashbangs. You imagine that someone's going to be close, and that person is Jenny R. Picks up her good fortune. Astra on the angle. We'll remove one, and now the primary objective for her is to save this AWP. Scopes in, waits patiently, doesn't see a thing. Leathercook does not want to overextend. They want that first round on the board.
She's going to lose this AWP, I think, even if she gets away here. And then she goes CT spawn. Okay, yeah. That is an Astralis plant, so she needs to bail. Quick time. Okay. Leathercook get onto the board. Deny the chances of another flawless sheet for Big. And again, it's Jenny R who is the linchpin of that round. And it's not even necessarily that she gets that space down secret, down through vents early. It's the fact that she picks up the rifle from Hanker and then just double times it in towards double doors.
To be honest, maybe the comm was there that Jenny had gone down the vent. Because I think if that wasn't there, I don't think Hanker wide swings out secret. I think she'd just tuck. I think maybe there was a little time in there.
Yeah, because there's no need for her to swing because VQ was over towards Hell here and probably could have been holding that cross. So yeah, I think it's a need to find that space before she gets flanked. Oh, VQ on a different line. That's easy.
And they can send the rifler in. MSAN can just go if she wants to. A little bit timid on it. Down the vent, Hanker thinks. Actually, just completely changes her mind.
Well, down the vent, she might need to. Okay, no, VQ is here already with the AWP. Hanker gets spotted by Spike, but VQ holding this line. Zia actually missed on the mark. Decent molly. Melly has caught Hanker, and VQ is being held at bay by Zia. Good.
Enough of a distraction. And you know the AWP's down here, so maybe you can now reset your sights over towards this A bomb site. VQ just keeps walking in. But look at this rotate. Kios is now coming over towards A. VQ leaves. But it's all a little bit of misinformation. Melly can go up heaven and backstab.
What's this look like for her, though? Because Kiosa is up here and spotted. Melly gets underneath. Kiosa had no idea. Jenny R splits onto VQ, who just come back up that vent. And it's only MSAN hiding away. And you know that she's the anchor. Yeah. You should be able to find her and deal with her, surely. Bomb's being planted safely. Not money, but that's starting to run away. I don't really think it's worth really doing much here. We got the AK and get out of there, or just be sent out of there. Back-to-back rounds for Leathercook.
Yeah, really good tempo in these rounds for Leathercook. And Zia is just being such a nuisance piece to VQ down secret to the point where VQ doesn't know, firstly, how many players are actually down secret. Secondly, to stick or twist over towards B because of the lack of info, and no one can really help. And whilst all this is going on, Beekeeper don't have an outside player, so Melly's just taking all this space over at Garage, and it's a slow suffocation. And this was even after Beekeeper had pushed hard and got an opening kill through this AWP.
Yeah, true enough. Oh, Jenny R had the AWP to take the opening pick, but she gets legged. Sent packing, and that's going to allow Hanker just to tuck in here. No longer an elevated player. Now, how aware is Melly of this? Holding for a walk up from main, so she might not clear this close angle. As Hanker slips back, that smoke's gonna fade. Spotted! Information goes both ways, but Hanker just about wins that out.
Trying to look at what's going on here in towards lobby. because there's a timing here, potentially for Big to push, but they really just don't want to overstay. They really don't want to overcommit into anything. Leathercook have been primed to hold for this, but you still are a little bit worried about what's going on outside. Yet again, this lack of info, not the clear picture for Big. EQUIPA is going to send them floundering. Hanka makes it down the vent, but she's on such low HP.
Yeah, I don't know if they're going to go down this way, though. It might just be a flank onto this A bomb site. So Astra's position, Msan as well, back silo. Kiosa in towards heaven. Smoke on domain, does that change things? Nice molly to get Astra out of position.
Oh, but they can't capitalize on it, and they even smoke themselves off main.
Yeah, I feel like that was maybe a fake out. I still think they want to go onto this A bomb site, and that's going to be a disaster with 3 players close by. Time's ticking.
Yeah, I like this from Msan, just tucked in. She's going to be that bait. And that means you can't clear everything. This molly will not go in towards the back of the bomb site. You got to deal with Heaven, and you got to know that at least one player is here, and Astra will still find a kill. It is all up to Msan, as Heaven is also dissuaded. A swing out from Msan, she can only find 1 kill. Flying up the vent now is Hanka, trying to help out Viku, and maybe she's done enough. The bombs drop, there's no time. Hanka is out of there, and being a keeper get that 9th.
Yeah, she just bails. I thought that Msan might have sold it there because of the wide swing to deal with the player at vent, but that was the bomb that got dropped as well.
A really, really good call out of EQ, because she would have communicated as she's wide swinging over to the rafters, bombs dropped, can't get it.
Yeah, and then all you need is that 1 kill, Hanker, and she knows she's got the space to get out. That bomb cannot be picked up and planted in time. Hear the fans chanting. Oh, okay, Hanko just charges straight into Jenny.
Maybe too emboldened by that chant.
She ran through the smoke, which is kind of crazy.
Hello?
Oh. Ah. E. Ah! Oh.
That was awkward.
Yeah, shooting on ladders.
Yeah, snake on it, Astra. Says Joanna's spiraling back down to earth. VQ now hoping for a kill. One's under silo, one's back red, which means you have to try and split the difference on one of these angles. Outside smokes lands, Leathercook wants to cross.
And VQ's line, I don't think it will spot even the player crossing from red, so Melee able to get across as well.
Do you go garage or do you go secret? That's now the next conversation. And I think they want to try and wrap again. To be fair, they've been getting this space pretty consistently. VQ's dead.
Goodbye, VQ. Smoke's landed an interesting place. That was CT smoke. Msan happy to use that to her advantage. I actually wanted to go into this A bomb site off the back of that. Msan. Oh, wins that fight out as well. This smoke VQ through works wonders for Msan, and now the cavalry arrives, and Msan does not slow down. Sidearm comes out, and it's Kiosa from the heavens to close. A 10-2 half. Big back to winning ways.
Okay, can hold first contact, please? I go back to A.
They didn't break door, Tika. So care ramp.
Yeah.
A
hit.
sec.
Care ramp, Santa, care ramp.
I'm blind.
Ramp. Ramp dead. Can be hot. Ramp one.
Nice. Care door smoke, guys.
Last lurk.
Outdoor.
Nice! Sasha, you're insane, bro!
So
fucking easy, bro! Good fucking job!
Always thought I could walk through fire, blow up a storm and see the light, yeah. I told my friends that I could run on water, and they said nobody can. They'll see me flying through the sky, yeah. Play hide and seek behind the clouds. I show my friends that I'm not scared of dreaming, and I'll do that again, over and over again. Suddenly, the heart and chest feels heavy.
Well, that's more like it for Bigger Keeper. A very dominant half here on the CT side of Nuke. It's what we expected, but 10-2 leaves Lettercook little breathing room.
Yeah, it's going to be a hell of a half if they want to bring this one back. But well, that's when we decided Zia and Jenny are. But it's mostly Zia that gets the ball rolling. A lovely triple. Headshots galore. VQ, wow. Minute 35 and all her friends are gone.
No P250 for VQ. What's going on there then?
Come on. Give her a chance.
She always has it.
Got a P250. She'd be winning this. The clock just doesn't hit
maybe not.
as well. And the P250 hits these. See,
There
that's
you
a P250 kill.
The issue is that she's being hunted down by literally everyone. Don't give it to her. Don't allow this to happen. What a fantastic angle from Melly. Bigger Keeper wanted to go fast. They wanted to catch Lettercook off guard. Instead, they get caught off guard when Zia hits a nasty triple.
Yeah, you can go fast against Lettercook, but they often try and go a little bit faster. It's not a drag race you want to be a part of. That'll probably be the eco now for Big Keeper. No reason to throw rounds away. They've got quite an extensive lead. Lettercook will get a little bit of breathing room. Starts to build up some confidence.
Catch.
Jenny, I don't think a player that's lacking in confidence right now.
Easy does it. Yet again, flawless. When one of these teams goes up against a full eco. They prioritise for the future as well here, Lettercook. You've got a number of rifles, there's only a couple of MP9s in this. Bigger Keeper spoke a lot about how Hanker's really good outside, and it's normally these diagonal smokes that Bigger Keeper like to throw. They get Hanker down secret, or they get her in towards garage. Very similar to what Lettercook were doing, except it's just one player normally doing all of that space gathering, and it's Hanker, who is 16 and 8. Oops a daisy.
Not quite on the mark, but not to matter. No one bursting through. Thought there was going to be a tested ramp. This is very default from Big. One player looking outside, multiple in lobby. Just seeing if Lettercook are going to try and throw any early aggression in. Ramp, definitely a punishable spot. Janana has dropped all of her U2 with that HE. Just has the MP9, and support's far away.
I think that's just been calmed over. I think Emsan's just said, like, all the utility has just been dropped over here. Maybe we can walk into this a little bit later. Jenny started down secret. So it's just waiting for Hanker. Now a re-smoke, without really any pressure, just goes in towards the doorway. Astra now groups with her teammate as they look to scale outside.
Deniar is here in secret to greet them.
This is really weird, because it looks like to me they actually want to go through main and split in A, because you've got this player dropping a lot of U2 up silo. Up close, Jenny overwhelmed. That might just change the course.
I think it has, right? Now you feel like you're just going to go down. Yeah, 3 players just send it. But the rotations are very fast. Z up, blocking it down. Almost the third. Emsan with critical trades, but Melly's here and swings on through. Behind her, VQ just drops down. Both of the remaining Ts go down, and Jonana's the ramp player. Yeah, you just go back up.
Yeah, well done. And now you can plant safely. You can even just tuck in towards main if you want. He also gets a good angle in towards Hut, and there's no way through here for Jonana.
No, she's picked up a kit, she's picked up the AK, and she's got a smoke, so everything she needs. A free kill onto VQ. Well, okay, it comes at a slight cost, bit of a discount, and oh, there was a real chance there.
Big, like, giving opportunities to their opponents to win these rounds. I mean, the VQ one is just a little bit unfortunate. Kiosa just takes the immediate fight, and you know what? Probably that was the right play, but it just looks really, really scary.
Well done there from Zia on that rotation down low after Jenny gets caught. She managed to take down 2 and almost a third with that M4, so a brilliant showing from her. That gave Lettercook a way back into that round. She'll be uncontested into this one with the AWP.
Looks like they want to apply the pressure here.
Careful, Jonana.
Maybe it's just a fake out in towards ramp and towards an immediate A hit. In fact, Bigger Keeper just really want Lettercook to push them. They're really anticipating someone's going to go searching.
crouches for that one? I always stand for that second one. Maybe I'm doing it wrong. Probably land in the same place.
I stand up, so...
Okay. Well, if you do it that way, I think I trust you over VQ.
Yes! Hanka goes outside with them again. And in towards ramp they go. Last round they realised that Jonana was leaving all of her utility just on the floor, littered over this ramp position. A really well-timed smoke actually from Let Her Cook. Disrupts into Sway's progress and maybe can put these players into the Orcs crosshair. Doesn't happen, they just burst. What is happening here? This is wild. And now you see the player up close. And as you say, there's just so many players, so many targets to aim at. It's overwhelming. It's overbearing. But still, Big EQUIPA are fighting a way back into this round.
What?
Zia with this AWP can't really put it to good use because Kiosa and Hanka are both low. And she actually just burns alive. That's all the information now given over to Big EQUIPA, who can pick up the pieces and put this one all together. Zia needs a sharp shot, but as she goes for the rifle, that might just be her undoing. Swaps to the M4, will find Kiosa. Hanka's just in the middle of the open. Will try and take her time now in the smoke. Waits patiently and everything falls a little bit silent apart from Zia's footsteps.
She's low.
But can she actually reclaim this round? She can. She goes to clear, but Hanka wins out the shot. Big EQUIPA refused to be put down.
Oh, that sidestep, all that matters, draws the fire away, and somehow, someway, Hanka wins that out. Zia gives it a bloody good shot. And somehow Big win that round. They go straight into a stacked bomb site. They lose all of these opening engagements. That is a 2-on-4 that Hanka and Kiosa bring back. And to be fair, it's mostly Hanka. 3 kills in it. I think that's her 20 kills as well in the map. Undeniable. A round that they had no right winning.
No, and as a result, they take a timeout because they've got to be scratching their heads thinking, how have we actually walked into that stack? What was the tell to get Let Her Cook over here? Or was it just a random, desperate gamble to secure yourself around on this CT side? Regardless of what the nature was, you've now got 30 seconds just to reset, just to compose yourself. There are so many chances to get your semi-final spot.
I think both times the Big EQUIPA put the pressure on lower and have put forces down there, Let Her Cook have over-rotated. Like, we saw that when they all dropped down the vent. It was like 3 players went down there into different engagements.
It was by.
Oh my god, Jonana, known as a shotgun player, I will say. Can the Mag 7 keep them alive? Big EQUIPA, 8 chances. Semi-final awaits.
NIP awaits.
NIP. Now that is a classic matchup.
Go on, do it, Jonana.
Through the smoke with the shotgun. Oh, it doesn't connect, but all of the shots do for the T side. Spike does answer back, and Melly too.
That's the bomb.
Not all over yet.
At least Big EQUIPA are together in this. Now Spike's just on an off angle. VQ's going to get sideswiped. Surely no, ready for it. And now Melly is in a really difficult position. Gets mollied off, but will still stand and fight in the fire and the flames. They double swing, they line up, but it's still not enough. Big EQUIPA, 13-0 Ancient, try and take Dust 2 to a team that cook. However, on Nuke, that more tactical heavy map, the Des were asking for it, Big EQUIPA delivered, and they now have that semi-final grudge match against NIP.
Yeah, you got to remember that when it comes to Nuke, you are looking at some of the